brought extra markers.
Can you guess what time it is? Yep, it's comic time. Time to brainstorm. Alright, guys. Let's see what this says about my personality. What's a recurring nightmare that you have? Dude, I always genuinely have recurring nightmares. Hello? I frequently have recurring dreams or recurring nightmares, which I don't know what that means about my brain or whatever, but it happens a lot. You're part of an arranged marriage with 4 people? That's not that scary. You borrowed your dear grandpa's farm and can't remember where you put it? What? You must play a sports match and the losers get their legs broken with a pipe. That's pretty scary. You're forced to eat a very long sandwich. Subway moment? Sports match. It's not the stat I needed. What is that intrusive thought that you have to fight every day? The urge to buy a boomerang? The weird compulsive need to doodle big, menacing wolf dongs? What? The idea of spiders. I didn't mean to click that! Oh, I just fucked my run, I think. It's fine. We'll make this work.
But I'm not prepared!
19 boldness. Okay, the fun is a... we don't need fun. I was kind of hoping it was going to be on creativity. Alright, let's see my luck with the dice roll, I guess. In the middle of the community zone, you see a bunch of top-hatted gentlemen, a vintage car, a dog, and a booth. Ooh, it's live Monopoly. This goes against all your values, and yet the moment you start making money, you gentrify the fuck out of the street by building many hotels. You make sure everyone who dares to step on your turf becomes miserable. A father of 3 begs you to lower the rent. Get good, you yell. No, what have you become? You burn your Monopoly money and leave, but deep down you have to admit you got 5 fun. 5? Damn. Later, you head to the community zone for another session of Liam's TTRPG campaign.
Bonjour, as the French say.
That's crazy. Last session, you learned that a warlock is creating the Black Fog for some sinister plot, and not a moment too soon. Today, you wake up to the fog blanketing the village. Uh-oh, I bet that means the warlock's about to attack. The villagers must be freaking out. Actually, the smoke is giving the villagers a giggly head high, so most of them are just having a good time in the town's plaza. They're now throwing a party that they're calling the Lollapalooza of the 14th century. I got this. I'm gonna stand up on a box and try and get everyone's attention. Hey everyone, stop dancing and get the hells out before you get hurt. No way, boo, a drunk villager says. Doing recreational drugs and shaking my posterior is way more fun than listening to logic or reason. Very true. Yeah, Liam, shut up, another villager adds. Even if your words are sensible and smart, I prefer to call you a nerd and start a fire for no good reason. Is this Damien? Liam? Yes? No, I mean the second villager called me Liam. My character's name is Sir Waffles. Oh, yeah, right. My bad. It was a temporary lapse. He meant to say Sir Waffles. Geez, projecting much? Poor Liam. Guys, are we sure that these villagers are actually worth saving? Of course they are. We just need to think of a way to get them to leave. Ugh, Sir Waffles isn't one of the plans. I wish I could be at the tavern eating some waffles and drinking some beer. Maybe they need some tough love. Let's attack them until they decide to leave on their own. Nah, you're not resorting to violence yet. How can you convince the villagers to evacuate? Reban the evacuation is a pilgrimage. Medieval types are super into that religious stuff. That's true. People are bad at taking seriously any danger they can't see. Give them some danger they can see. Unhinged jaw. Bees pour out. Let's go for a pilgrimage. Can I have the box? Be my guest. People of the village, I come bearing an important message. We must all start a pilgrimage to the woods. Why should we do that? We don't care for the woods or for slam poetry. We only care for partying and making bad life choices. Should we attack them now, or... Not yet. Oz, you have to think like the villagers if you want them to listen to you. People of the village! There's a very good reason we all must make a pilgrimage to the woods. I was there last week and I saw something incredible. A talking dog! You roll a 17. Okay, a villager says. Tell us more about this talking dog. Was it amusing? It had the energy of 100 japes. Not even the king's personal jester could dream of being half as jocose as this talking dog was.
Not bad.
You roll a 13, but you get a +2 bonus for using medieval-sounding thesaurus-worthy words. The villagers finally leave the town, lured by the promise of a talking dog that may or may not be a religious thing. Oz, you are such an MVP. But oh boy, it sure was frustrating trying to talk sense to people while they were trying so hard not to take you seriously. Right? I've played tabletop RPGs before, but most of the conflict is fighting some baddies. This felt very realistic. How do you even come up with these ideas? You could say that, as most artists do. I draw from my own experiences. Oh, yikes. You had to go through that yourself, Liam? Sorry to hear that. But you know what? I once heard that most geniuses are misunderstood. Maybe this means you're a genius. Yeah, but let's not forget the other genius in this room. Oz. Let's go to the tavern to celebrate this victory. Waffles are on me. You all go to celebrate, and later your party ends the session preparing for a great foggy war. You lose 2 boldness, but gain 2 creativity for rebanding the evacuation.
My turn?
Let's
Really?
let's get some charm. You find a portrait artist at the artist alley. Apparently, he can accurately portray your soul. You've always wondered what your soul looks like. Buff, small and cute. Hey, maybe it's ginger head. No, it's just you with a weird blue glow around you. But hey, that glow sure adds +2 charm to your looks. Afterward, you're checking out the video game showcase with Liam, Omen, and April. You pass a jolly indie dev who waves you down. Hello! Do you all have 20 minutes to try out my game? I'd appreciate your feedback.
Classic Liam.
Of course. Finally, who's someone who appreciates the quality of Liam DeLeoncore's feedback. Uh-oh, those words have never led to good feedback, but it's too late. You all play the demo. Liam, when you explained video games to me the other day, didn't you say they were supposed to be fun? Well, Omen, to be exact, video games can also be art, but this one is neither fun nor art. Guys, chill. We're probably just not the target audience. Clearly, this game was made to appeal to people with no taste. Is there anything specific that you think could be improved?
Pathetic.
Yes, the game. I mean, it's not your fault. There are some aspects of the game that need polishing. You should hire new people in some departments. But I did everything. I'm a solo dev. Huh, what if you hired an actual team while you tried a new position? You could be the studio's janitor. April, are you sure? Janitors are supposed to be good at identifying garbage when it's in front of them. The poor dev is not having the best time. It's times like these when you remember that your friends are, how to put it, the fucking worst. You should step in and say something that's actually constructive before the dev's self-confidence is completely shattered. Compliment the dev on his shoes so intensely for so long that he forgets you were talking about his video game to begin with. If backhanded compliments feel bad, maybe you could twist your friend's words to sound like some sort of backhanded trashing that actually feels okay. Now that is logic I can get behind. That makes sense to me. Backhanded insults? Hell yeah.
Be gone from me!
Cease your sniveling, worm. All I said is that your game is bad and you should feel bad. Yeah, so but it's good, am I right? You're wrong. This is the worst game I've ever played. But being the worst game you've played in 400 years is probably a feat in and of itself.
That is a choice.
Sure, I guess. Your game is certainly a memorable experience. A memorable experience as in playing this game made me want to stab myself in the hand. Hey, art is supposed to make you feel strong emotions. Self-stabbing is sort of an emotion. Okay, I can work with this. Maybe I could rebrand it as a rage game. That makes sense by definition. Your game fills me with an indescribable rage. Shouldn't we be encouraging this developer to improve his craft rather than settle for gruesome mediocrity? Nope, and you're dragging your friends away before they can do any more psychological damage to this guy. Bye! So, what's next? Personally, I'm getting hungry. Same.
Cool.
Let's try the Euro truck. I've heard it's awful, and my food blog yearns for a negative review.
Yes!
Yes! I would love to puke everywhere and demoralize a chef. Good grief, these three sure are hot and fun to be around. At least you gain 2 creativity for your backhanded insults, but they also cost you 2 charm.
You sure it's my turn?
2 charm. What's left? Boldness, smarts, creativity. We should get smarts. I feel like Liam's gonna appreciate smarts the most. He likes intelligent people. You attend a panel on how to seamlessly add loot boxes to your games. The short answer is that you shouldn't. What? I love loot boxes. This turns out to be an invaluable knowledge that makes you gain 2 smarts. Pay 10 monster tokens to open a mystery box with a bonus random amount of smarts. Just kidding. Okay, imagine. Grab some glow sticks and do some vocal warm-ups. You, Liam, and Doug are watching April perform a concert today.
April! April!
Aw, that voice line's cute. Woo! Go April! Knock 'em dead. This is Doug, by the way. You know she doesn't go on stage for another hour, right? Yeah, but I still wanted to know where to support her, so she'll do well. Unfortunately, whether or not April's concert goes well is out of all of our hands. A good idol concert needs rigor, cohesion, functional glowstick choreography.
Lame.
And April's fools, well, just look at them. You all look out to the crowd attempting to pump the glow sticks to the beat of the song playing on the loudspeaker. If you were trying to time your heart to the asynchronous beat the April's Fools produced, you'd surely go into cardiac arrest. Oh god, they really are terrible. What if April's concert is bad? She'd be so sad. She might get depressed and quit music and shave all her hair off. That's a bit extreme.
No!
Extreme problems require extreme freakouts, Liam. We have to make sure this concert goes well. April's life basically depends on it. It's up to you guys to save the concert. How can you make April's Fools be more in sync? Make a deal with the devil? Hello? April's Fools will gain decent coordination in exchange for 10 years of their lives. They'll thank you later. They probably actually will. Harvest all their souls and hoard them all together in a single raccoon, and then bring them back. It's like coordination for a boot camp. What? Yeah, no, I'm not shoving tons of souls inside a single raccoon. I would rather take 10 years off their life. Did somebody say deal with the devil? Hello, Mr. Devil. Were you eavesdropping on us? I tend to follow Oz around. He loves making deals. Yesterday, I got 3 years off his life in exchange for a hot dog. Well, today I need all of April's fans to learn perfect glow stick coordination for the concert. In exchange, we can offer you 10, no, 11 years off their lives. Taking a deal that's not being made in your name would be unethical. That's what I'm saying. But I'm a devil, so unethical deals are my favorite deals. I'm in.
Whoa! That was so cool!
Wow, you're really good at haggling, Oz. Is he, though? Well, I don't know. I'm not a very good haggler myself, truth be told. If you'd like, I could make you about a haggler in exchange for 10 years off your life. Really? Doug, no. Buzzkill.
Hi, my darling fools!
Hi, my darling fools! Let's get this party started. Pump those fists. Wow, you all are really in sync today. Did you practice beforehand just for me? Nope, but Oz fixed them, April. It only cost them 11 years of their lives. What? Hey, sometimes you have to break a few eggs or rob a few decades from strangers to please your friends. That's life. You gain +2 boldness and lose 2 smarts.
My turn? Really?
Smarts is the thing that I don't want to lose. Creativity, I guess. You're outside the con when you see a bunch of sleepy-looking people sitting down. Hey, welcome to the Smoker's Lounge, one of them says to you. There's no Smoker's Lounge, so we decided to make one out here. Want a puff, he asks. You've seen too many PSAs to say yes to drugs, but you strike up a conversation with them while they get high off their asses. They have interesting opinions on snacks, ASMR videos, and 2001: A Space Odyssey. Listening to them and inhaling their weed fumes gives you 2 creativity. Nice. Time to refuel. You, April, and Liam head to the food trucks to get some grub. Hey, do you all mind if I do a food stream? What's that? Just sitting and eating in front of your viewers? Exactly that. You're so smart, Liam. What brain-dead entertainment. Who would tune into a stream just to watch a cute girl eat?
Welcome to my stream!
At least 92 people since I started recording 30 seconds ago. Chat, say hi to Liam. Sorry he's like this. Ooh, they're coming up with super creative insults for you. That's gotta count for something.
Lame.
Still brain dead. You could at least do something interesting, like eat a freeform poet about the effects of hyperconsumerism. If you want me to do a What? Hello? If you want me to do a wacky food dare, you have to donate at least $50 to the stream. Speaking of donations, thanks for yours, I Love Big Balls 95. You want me to say... Nope, I'm not saying that again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I get banned for life. My idea is not looking so bad now, is it, April? I honestly can't decide which of you had a worse idea. As always, it falls on you to suggest something that's not totally stupid or totally heinous. Help April spice up her stream. Subvert expectations instead of a food stream to a hunger strike stream. I don't know about that. Assert dominance over your audience. Review ban appeals and choose whether to unban them or devour the banned user live. Content. Fuck yes, we love ban appeal streams in this family. Okay. What?
Honk honk!
I obviously mean I'm gonna devour them figuratively. Honk honk. And by figuratively, I mean literally. April forces us to cut the next scene. You're checking the list of appeals she's got over people she's banned from her account. Here's an appeal from Phantom Menace to Society. I banned them for calling me a rat-faced whore. But I've been called way worse since then, so I'm over it. Welcome back. Why did you... Hello? Why did they not get Liam's voice actor to read this out? Sorry. Why did you ban Mummy Milk is in my mouth? Please, please, please. Doxing. But hey, they didn't dox me, so I guess it's not my problem. Unban them. And here we have I'm a Little Teapot 123. Ugh. What did they do? Some things are too horrible to repeat. This is definitely the one. Oz, bring me a fork and knife.
What?
Surely you're gonna use them to do something zany, like eat a cupcake with a subscriber's name written on it. Haha, oh Liam. Per April's demand, the event ends here. You lose 2 creativity but gain 2 boldness and a healthy fear of offending April 1st. Yeah, you don't fuck with my girl April. She's a little crazy.
But I'm not prepared!
Let's go to the fun ones. Try the dice roll. You sit down to play an experimental new TTRPG called Dancing with Dragons. It's a typical Tolkien-esque fantasy setting, but all battles are decided in DDR matches against your opponents. Awesome! You carry your party because you've got moves for days. It's a little unfairly skewed because your game master has a broken foot, but that's not your fault. You gain 5 fun. God, I'm good at these dice rolls. Kicking your ass with S-rank DDR skills. You would decide to attend a Japanese cuisine class with Nico and April. It starts with a sake tasting. Sake? Hello? Who am I? Sake. Now you're being taught how to prepare sushi, and you're wondering if getting everyone tipsy and then giving them knives is the best idea.
Wah!
Whoa! Are they gonna give us a real fish to kill? So hardcore. Ooh, can I fillet it? My motor control is like so good right now. Go for it. Have you filleted a fish before? No, but how different can they be from people, really? April is saved from elaborating on that when the instructor plops a live octopus on your table. Wait, do they want us to kill an octopus?
Ow!
Oh, Nico. No! Octopi are too smart to eat. They can open jars and feel love. Right? I just watched a documentary. What's it called? My Optimus PhD Professor? Yeah, with the nice octopus who likes the dude. You don't think this is the octopus from the movie, do you? Eek! It could be. We gotta save him. This little fella didn't get a PhD just to die. Yes, yeah, great idea, Nico. You're like the smartest person I know. I know. Just let me chug the rest of this sake, then we'll save this octopus's life. There's a cogent? I feel like that's not the right way to say that word. Discussion to be had about the ethics of eating intelligent creatures, but you're all way too tipsy to have it. So instead, it's time to save this octopus before someone turns it into delicious taco nigiri. But how? steps, you want to get the octopus to treat them. If the octopus happens to be a good surgeon, it'd be unethical to eat it due to all the lives it could save. Hello? Play tentacle heads like a projector. Chances are people won't feel like eating an octopus after watching that. I feel like that'll have the opposite effect and might do harm to the octopus ecosystem. So we're gonna go for octopus surgeon.
That's great!
Oz, that's gotta be the best idea you've ever had. So, who should get stabbed? Should we play rock, paper, scissors, or without warning, April stabbed you in the leg?
No!
April, why'd you stab it with a sushi cutting knife? That's unsanitary. Don't worry, silly goose. I bought my stabbing knife from home. Oh, smart. Not smart. Not smart at all. You didn't think this through. You collapse on the floor. Oz, focus. You can't bleed out yet. You ruined the plan. Time to save my friend, little guy. You got this. Nico tries to put a scalpel into one of the octopus tentacles, but it's not responding. Wait, I just realized. This plan was flawed from the start. How can the octopus operate on Oz if he hasn't even studied medicine? His PhD is probably in philosophy or
Oh
something.
no, oh no, oh no!
Fudge, you're right. I'll look up medical schools nearby. You pass out. When you wake up, your leg wound has been stitched shut, and April and Nico are staring at you. Oh, hey. Did the octopus finally treat me? Nah, after you passed out, the con organizers called an ambulance. But all that chaos shut the workshop down, so we were able to free the octopus. Good. Did you take it to the ocean? What? No, we left it at a medical school 5 blocks away. Don't worry, in 6 to 9 years, it'll be ready to perform surgery, I'm sure of it. April and Nico, high five. Have you been drinking more sake? Well, at least you got 2 boldness, but you lose 2 fun and a lot of blood. That's fine, I've got fun to spare.
But there's too many options.
Smart. I really need to get that up. I forgot to read it again, I'm sorry. You learned that the first iteration had no pieces at all, which made playing quite difficult. The 7th iteration added the crucial rule that forbids eating your own pieces. An hour later, you know more about domino than anyone in your age group, which actually isn't hard, but still, +2 smarts for you! Get ready to become one of April's fools, because you, Liam, and Doug are going to see your clown friend in concert on the main stage.
April! April!
Woohoo! I can't wait to see April on stage. I'm so gonna look up to her, literally. We'll see how it goes. Come on, Liam, aren't you excited? She's gonna be on a stage. That's like 6 inches higher than anybody. More than height, April needs everyone's full support. An idol is only as good as her audience.
Crap, crap, crap!
But I'm her audience, and I'm not as good as her. Oh, crap. What if these people aren't so good either? Let's test it. Hey, you with the glow stick, show us your moves. April's fans start flailing their arms like a bunch of deflated air dancers.
Lame.
Just as I suspected, these people have no coordination whatsoever. This is terrible! April's gonna crash and burn, she'll lose her private plane, and she'll have to ride on my moped. April doesn't have a private plane. Wait, Doug, you majestically dumb genius. Thanks. A few minutes later, the 3 of you were at the airport talking to a bunch of aircraft marshallers. And that's why you should come to April's concert, Mr. Air Marshal Union Rep. Look, it's not the first time that the kids have told us to go dance at a concert.
What?
Really? Yeah, glow stick concert goers think we're hot shit. But as much as we'd like to help you, we don't really feel like it. It's obvious these guys need a little push. Oz, convince them to help you. Appeal directly to their taste by composing a couple pretty songs about airplanes for the concert set list. Or tell them if they help you, you'll take some of their workload by helping 2 or 3 planes land. Yeah, that sounds like so much fun. Okay, my guys could use a break. They landed the last 3 planes belly up.
Heck yeah!
We can easily do that for them. You've got a deal. Pack up your wands, boys, we're leaving. An airport shuttle bus ride later, it's showtime. April goes on stage and sings as the aircraft marshallers guide the audience. Run and hide left and right, don't slow down. You can try, but you'll never escape from this clown. Wow, the choreography really brings out the creepiness of the lyrics. Yeah, but more importantly, the audience is really in sync. Look at them doing the stabbing thing with their glow sticks. After the concert, you meet April backstage for a few drinks.
That was epic.
April, you did great, and the stage was so high up. Thank you, but I really owe it all to my fan support. Speaking of owing, we might have to run a quick errand later today, okay? A couple hours later in the cockpit of a plane, Jumbo 153 cleared to land. First officer, why are there 3 youngsters on the runway? Not sure, Captain. They have marshalling wands, but they seem to be dancing? You're right. Good golly, their enthusiasm is infectious. Doesn't it make you want to dance along? Yes, Captain. If only that helped us land the plane. It's been an honor to fly with you, sir. Hey, you never promised me a good replacement. You lose 2 creativity, but you gain 2 charm because you helped April bring down the house and the plane.
I'm scared of big crowds.
Let's get that creativity back, shall we? You decide to hit the hotel bar for a cocktail. Cause you're classy like that, damn right I am. It's a pity you don't know shit about cocktails. When the waiter comes, you panic and order made-up cocktails like a twisted torso, or a hug on the hill, and a vacuum cleaner. What do you know? They do have those cocktails. You proved your credentials as a cocktail connoisseur, and you got totally shit-faced thanks to your 2 creativity for coming up with drink names. Later, after waiting in line for 46 minutes, but who's counting, you, Omen, April, and Liam have made it to the con security checkpoint. Step through the metal detector, sir. Certainly. I don't have any metal on me, but you may find a dangerous weapon on my person if you conduct a more thorough search. Are you hitting on me?
Absolutely not.
No.
God, no.
Absolutely not. God, no. Just one no would have been enough. Okay, well, if you're done assaulting my partner's self-esteem, you can be on your way.
Ugh.
Ugh, this is the definition of ineffectual security theater. You didn't even confiscate this. A book. Not just any book. It's The Abolition of Work. A dangerous, incendiary essay that forces the reader to reevaluate everything they think they know about our rotten system.
Huh.
But what makes it a weapon? Are you going to throw it at someone's head? No, but I may throw it at someone's mind. I'm confused. Is your friend stupid or something? No. Yes. Maybe I didn't properly convey the thought-provoking ideas of the essay. Allow me to Allow me to elaborate. Jesus. This isn't gonna end anytime soon. You need to convince the security guards to take Liam's book. Improvise a reading club with the guards so that you can read and discuss the underlying ideas of this essay so they can finally understand what Liam means. Haven't you seen any movies about crimes? They always carve holes in books to hide guns and drugs. Nah, we're doing the reading club.
I'm impressed.
Great idea, Oz. Good thing I always have several copies of The Abolition of Work just in case. Of course he does. And so you, your friends, and the security officers sit down and read the book together. So the idea would be to reform the current system without the notion that work is a societal necessity? Really makes you think. Don't fall for it, partner. No work means no guns. This bastard wants to distract it with ideas until we don't even notice our guns are gone. Sir, leave those books here. I have no interest in your guns, you fascist pig. But I'm glad you finally see the danger
Hey!
of— Ow! Omen, did you just throw the book in my head? I knew all that nerdy stuff was just a front for the real danger of this book. Concussions! The security guards take the books, and you finally get to enter the con.
Honk.
I'd say it was an okay book. I give it 3 out of 5 honks. That dude had to write a full essay to conclude the work sucks balls. Someone give him an award. Don't worry, they may have taken the essays away, but they'll never take the ideas from us. Fear not, Oz. I hid a copy of the book in my pocket so we can throw it at someone's head later. You 4 proceed to enjoy the con. You gain 2 smarts for the book club, but lose 2 fun, also from book club. That's fine.
But I'm not prepared.
I can handle that. We need... do we want boldness or charm? Probably charm. I already have boldness. Walking around the merch hall, you notice a stand full of retro toys. Hey, some of these you remember from your childhood. Actually, you remember all of them. Did this guy just raid your parents' house? You buy them all, just in case. Life was full of charm back then, before reality made you a cynic. You might be too old for these toys today, but you can still siphon 2 charm from the memories. You, Liam, Omen, and Doug are wandering the merch hall, looking for the stupidest t-shirts to give to your friends back home. Hello, do you want to buy my zine? It's a riveting chronicle about the adventures of Super Vacuum Cleaner.
Begone from me!
I would sooner spend my money on a leisurely root canal. Begone from me! But Omen's money and her leisurely root canal are put at risk when a mugger jumps out and holds you all at gunpoint. Give me all your valuables or get ready to die. No thank you. Can I stab this man, Liam?
Nope.
No, that will corrupt your redemption arc. Just give him your valuables, they're not worth risking our lives. Aww, but I just bought this limited edition Goku Tamagotchi. I'd be willing to take 1 or 2 bullet wounds for it. Not bad. I don't want your wallets or your jewelry or even your Tamagotchis.
Nice.
Thank goodness. I'll kill you if you can't offer me something truly valuable, like a fanzine about vacuum cleaners with superpowers. Oh god. Wow, good thing I'm selling that exact sort of zine just 2 feet away from you. What a relief. Let's buy a copy for the mugger. Actually, I'll only accept 1 copy from each person here who doesn't want to die. Guys, this is a scam. The robber and the zine seller are obviously in this together.
Liam!
Liam, you idiot! Don't you see? This criminal is demanding a very rare and specific valuable that we happen to have available in our vicinity. You were lucky I was here to notice our golden opportunity. Now let us seize it. You'd better think of a way to avoid being mugged that doesn't involve buying a fanzine about vacuum cleaners. The mugger gave the solution away. Get hyped because it's time to call a super vacuum cleaner. Or, come to think, you're not in the middle of your own redemption arc, which means you're good to stab the mugger yourself. Sure, stab them. How come you didn't think of that before? You proceed to stab the robber. Hey, you can't stab my mugger. Do you know how hard it is to hire a fake mugger on Craigslist? Huh, so it's okay for Oz to stab people because he isn't going through redemption. I think I get it.
Please, stop.
Omen, do you understand that it still does not make it okay to stab people? No, I don't. Well, it's not. For starters, stabbing people is against the law.
Holy moly!
Oh no, is Oz gonna go to jail? Considering how many crimes I've seen Oz get away with, I doubt it. Congos walk around the unconscious bleeding mugger, some stopping to take pictures. They probably think it's some sort of cosplay performance. Yeah, it sounds about right for the average con goer. If you've ever been to a convention, you will realize how many people do not give a fuck about you or anyone else in their surroundings. You mean when I stab somebody, I get imprisoned in an Iron Maiden for more than a century, but when Oz does it, it's just a quirky little thing. Well, you gotta admit, when he stabs people, he just sounds so silly and cute. Omen stares at you. You give your best, oopsie, I just stabbed someone, face. The same one that's gotten you out of countless murder charges. I guess it is what one might call silly and cute. You'll have to teach me that face. Please don't. You gain 2 boldness for being a silly little psychopath, but lose 2 fun. I can handle that. Handle